This is the reason I'm about to ruin them. I'm holding a gift tag, small, pink, handwritten in crayon by a 7-year-old girl who thinks her father is a businessman, not a killer. It says, "To Appa, love Yorin." But the handwriting doesn't match. I know because I watched her make the real card yesterday. She used purple marker, her letters slant left. This one, blue crayon, letters too straight, too careful. Someone rewrapped her gift. I'm standing in the marble hallway of the Kang estate, holding folded towels I don't remember picking up. My hands won't stop shaking because I've seen this before. Chicago, 12 years ago. My brother handed a package to the wrong man. It looked like catering supplies. It wasn't. The explosion took out half a city block. Kang Jae-won sits 20 feet away in his study. His daughter bounces beside his desk, begging him to open the box. Pink paper, white ribbon, perfect edges. Too perfect. I can see the seam where the tape was peeled back and resealed. The ribbon sits half a centimeter too high. The box settles wrong in her hands, heavier on one side. Would you say something, or stay silent to survive? I'm a maid. I've been here 3 months. I'm black, invisible, and expendable. If I'm wrong, I'm fired. If I'm right and I don't move, that little girl dies. Jae-won reaches for the ribbon. His security stands behind him. 3 men, guns under jackets, eyes on me, not the box. The air smells like expensive wood and fresh flowers. Sunlight pours through floor-to-ceiling windows. Everything looks safe. But I can hear it now. A faint mechanical hum, like a timer winding down. Yorin giggles. I drop the towels. And I lunge. If you've ever been the only person who saw the truth, don't look away now, because what I just did, it didn't save me, it made me the target. The gift hits the garden 15 feet below. 2 seconds. The explosion shatters the morning into white heat and black smoke. The window frame rattles. Birds scatter. The marble floor vibrates under my knees. I'm on the ground. I don't remember falling. Yorin is screaming. Jae-won is standing. His hand is inside his jacket, on a gun, pointed at me. His voice is ice. On your knees. I'm already there. His security floods the room, shouting in Korean. Weapons drawn. One yanks my arms behind my back. Zip ties bite into my wrists. I try to speak. My ears are ringing. My mouth tastes like metal. I didn't. Quiet. Jae-won crouches in front of me. His face is unreadable. His daughter sobs in the corner, but he doesn't look at her. He's looking at me like I'm an equation he's trying to solve. Who sent you? No one, I swear, You threw a gift from my daughter out a window. His tone doesn't rise. That's worse. You either knew it was a bomb or you're insane. I force the words out. The tag, it wasn't hers. Someone rewrapped it. His eyes narrow. One of his men speaks rapidly in Korean. Jae-won's jaw tightens. He stands, looks at the smoking crater in his garden, then back at me. Search her room, her phone, everything. They drag me to my feet. The hallway feels longer now, tighter. Every door we pass could hide someone who wants me dead. Because if I'm right about the bomb, I'm right about something worse. Someone inside this house tried to kill him. And now they know I can see them. The zip ties cut deeper. Jae-won's voice follows me down the hall. If she's lying, I want to know within the hour. They tear through my room like I'm already guilty. Clothes dumped on the floor. My Bible flipped through page by page. The photo of Terrence I keep under my pillow examined, scanned, tossed aside like trash. I sit on my bed, hands still zip-tied behind my back. One guard stands at the door, watching. Mrs. H. Wang enters, the head housekeeper. She's been kind to me since day one, taught me how Mr. Kang likes his shirts pressed, never raised her voice. Now she won't look at me. Mariah, she says softly, why did you do that? I saved his life. Or you caused a scene to cover your tracks. Her tone stays gentle. That's what makes it cut deeper. They found the wrapper in the trash. It matches the paper from Yorin's art class. My stomach drops. Someone switched it, I'm telling you. The teacher confirmed Yorin wrapped it herself yesterday, in front of witnesses. I can't breathe. One of Yi-won's men pulls out my sketchbook, the one where I draw faces to calm my nerves. He flips through it, stops, shows it to the others. My chest tightens. He holds up a page, a man's face, sharp jaw, scar across his left eyebrow. I drew him 3 days ago outside the gate while waiting for Yorin's piano lesson. He looked like a delivery guy. I thought nothing of it. The guard's voice is flat. Do you know this man? No, I draw people sometimes. Strangers, it helps me think. He pulls out his phone, shows me a photo. Same face, same scar. Different context. The man stands beside 2 others, all wearing dark suits. The image is grainy, taken from a distance. His name is Chen Wei. He works for the Zhang family. The guard's eyes bore into mine. And you drew him 3 days before a bomb entered this house. I have no answer. Because suddenly, I look exactly like a spy. Yi-won's office feels smaller than it should. He sits behind his desk. I stand in front of it, no chair offered. The message is clear. His security brought me here 10 minutes ago. He hasn't spoken yet, just reads something on his tablet, occasionally glances at my sketch. The silence is a weapon. Finally, he sets the tablet down. Chen Wei has been surveilling my estate for 2 weeks. We've been tracking him. His voice is calm, too calm. You drew him perfectly 3 days ago. I didn't know who he was. That's the problem. He leans back. You either didn't know, which makes you dangerously observant, or you did know, which makes you dangerously connected. I'm a maid. You were a maid. He corrects me like I'm already past tense. Now you're a variable. Variables get eliminated. The floor feels unsteady. He stands, walks to the window, looks at the smoking crater in his garden. The Zhang family has been trying to kill me for 3 weeks. 2 failed attempts before today. This one almost worked. He turns back. Someone inside my house helped them. Someone who knew Yorin's schedule, her classroom, her teacher's routine. I feel the trap closing. You think it's me. I think you threw a bomb out my window 30 seconds before it detonated. That requires either luck or foreknowledge. His eyes don't blink. I don't believe in luck. My mouth goes dry. He steps closer. Here's what happens next. You stay in this house. You don't leave. You don't call anyone. My people will verify every part of your story. His tone drops. If you're innocent, you just became the only person I can't afford to lose. If you're guilty, you'll wish the bomb killed you instead. He nods to his guards. They take my arms. And I realize something worse than being suspected. If I'm innocent, I'm bait. They lock me in a guest room on the 3rd floor. Not my room, somewhere I've never cleaned. The windows don't open. The door locks from the outside. There's a bed, a chair, and a camera in the corner. I'm being watched. I sit on the edge of the bed and try to think. My wrists still ache from the zip ties. My hands won't stop shaking. Chen Wei, I drew his face because that's what I do when I'm anxious. I sketch strangers, faces in coffee shops, people at bus stops. It calms me. Now it looks like surveillance. I didn't know he was Zhang family. I didn't know he was dangerous. I just saw a man standing outside the gate, staring too long at the house. And I drew him. Hours pass. No food, no water, no explanation. The sun sets. The room goes dark. I don't turn on the light. Around 9 p.m., the lock clicks. I stand up fast. My heart hammers. Mrs. H. Wang enters. She's carrying a tray. Tea, crackers, a small bowl of rice. She sets it on the table. Her expression is soft, almost motherly. You must be starving. I don't move. Mariah, I spoke to Mr. Kang. I told him you've been nothing but diligent since you started. You're not a threat. She pours the tea carefully. He's agreed to let me monitor you personally until this is resolved. You'll stay here, but you'll be treated fairly. Relief floods through me. Thank you. Drink, you need rest. She hands me the cup. It's warm, smells like chamomile and honey. I take a sip, then another. She watches me drink, smiles gently. Everything will be fine, just trust me. She leaves, the door locks behind her. I finish the tea, set the cup down. 10 minutes later, my vision starts to blur. My legs go numb. The cup slips from my fingers and shatters on the floor. I try to stand, I can't. I try to scream. Nothing comes out. The last thing I see before the darkness takes me is Mrs. H. Wang's face in the doorway. Still smiling. If you've ever trusted the wrong person, if you've ever realized too late that the enemy was smiling at you the whole time, don't stop now. Because when I woke up, I wasn't in that room anymore. And what I learned next didn't just change everything. It made me wish I'd let that bomb go off. I wake up in a moving vehicle. My head feels like it's been split open. My mouth tastes like copper and chemicals. My hands are bound again. Zip ties, tighter this time. I'm in the back of a van. No windows, just metal walls and the hum of an engine. I'm not alone. Mrs. H. Wang sits across from me, no longer in her housekeeper uniform. She's wearing black, tactical pants, a fitted jacket, her hair pulled back tight. She looks different. Colder. She notices I'm awake, doesn't smile this time. You should have stayed invisible, she says quietly. My throat is raw, I force the words out. You tried to kill him. I tried to complete a job, you interrupted. She leans forward. Do you have any idea how long it took to get that close? 18 years. 18 years earning his trust, his father's trust before him. My brain struggles to process. You wrapped the bomb. I wrapped the gift. The bomb was always inside. Yorin never touched it. I swapped the real gift the night before. Her voice stays even, professional. It was clean, untraceable, timed perfectly, and then you threw it out a window. I feel sick. The Zhangs paid you. The Zhangs paid me 3 years ago. This was just the final contract. She checks her watch. You were supposed to be blamed, interrogated, eliminated quietly, but Yi-won moved you too fast, so now we're doing this the old way. The van slows. She pulls out a phone, types something, waits. A reply comes through. She reads it, nods. They're ready. The van stops. The back doors open. 2 men stand outside, not Yi-won's men, strangers, armed. Mrs. H. Wang steps out first, looks back at me. For what it's worth, you were a good worker. You didn't deserve this. One of the men grabs my arm. And I realize something worse than being drugged. No one knows where I am. They drag me into a warehouse. Empty, cold, the kind of place where screams don't carry. My feet scrape against concrete. My wrists bleed under the zip ties. One of the men shoves me into a metal chair, binds my ankles to the legs. Mrs. H. Wang stands near the entrance, talking on her phone. I can't hear the words, but her tone is clipped, businesslike. She ends the call, walks over. The Zhangs want proof you're handled. Then they want proof Yi-won knows it was you. She crouches in front of me. They're going to stage your body at his gate, make it look like you were working for a rival crew. He'll think you were the insider all along. My voice cracks. He'll know it wasn't me. He'll know what the evidence shows, and I've been planting evidence for 3 years. She stands. Your sketch of Chen Wei was perfect timing, almost too perfect, like you were marking targets. That's insane. That's strategic. She checks her watch again. They'll be here in 20 minutes. I suggest you make peace with whatever you believe in. She walks toward the exit. I pull against the restraints. The chair doesn't move. Why are you telling me this? She stops, turns back. Because you saved that little girl's life, and despite everything, I respect that. Her expression softens, just barely. Yorin wasn't supposed to be in that room. She was supposed to be at her piano lesson, but she skipped it, wanted to surprise her father early. My chest tightens. You didn't know. I didn't care. Her voice hardens again. Collateral damage happens. You learn to live with it or you don't survive this world. She leaves. The warehouse door slams shut. I'm alone. The chair is bolted to the floor. The zip ties are industrial grade. My phone is gone. My shoes are gone. No one is coming. I close my eyes and think about Terrence, about the package that killed him, about how I spent 12 years running from a world I thought I'd escaped. And now it's going to end me in the exact same way. I don't know how long I sit there. Could be 10 minutes, could be an hour. Time moves differently when you're waiting to die. Then I hear it. Footsteps multiple, fast. The warehouse door crashes open. I expect Zhang's men. Guns, the end. Instead, it's Jae-won. He's not alone. 4 of his security, weapons drawn, tactical gear. His eyes lock on me, then scan the room. Clear, one of his men says in Korean. Jae-won crosses to me in 3 strides, pulls a knife, cuts the zip ties. I collapse forward. He catches me. Where is she? His voice is ice. Gone, 20 minutes ago, maybe less. He curses in Korean, pulls out his phone, barks orders. One of his men helps me stand. My legs barely work. Jae-won's eyes are on me now, different than before, not suspicious, not cold. Furious. I ran her financials after you collapsed, found payments from a shell company tied to the Zhangs, 3 years of deposits, small, careful, she was patient. He puts the phone away. I had my men track her car, it led here. My brain struggles to catch up. How did you know I was in danger? Because the tea she gave you was the same compound used to kill my uncle 4 years ago. We found traces in your cup. His jaw tightens. Mrs. H. Wang prepared that tea. No one else had access. He signals his men. They move toward the exit. I grab his arm. She said they're staging my body at your gate, making it look like I was the insider. I know, that's why we're leaving. He looks at me, really looks at me. You saved my daughter, I don't forget debts, but now you're a target. The Zhangs think you know too much. Mrs. H. Wang thinks you're a loose end. What do I do? His expression doesn't change. You stay close to me, or you die alone. He turns and walks out. I follow. Because right now, the most dangerous man I know is the only reason I'm still breathing. They take me to a safe house. Not a house, a compound, concrete walls, armed guards, cameras everywhere. I'm given a room, clean, secure, a far cry from the warehouse floor. But I'm still a prisoner. Jae-won's head of security briefs me. His name is Min-jun. He speaks perfect English with a clipped accent. You don't leave this building, you don't contact anyone, you don't go near windows. He hands me a phone. This is monitored, use it only for emergencies. What kind of emergencies? The kind where someone is actively trying to kill you. He leaves. I sit on the bed, try to process everything. Mrs. H. Wang worked for the Zhangs for 3 years. She had access to everything. Yorin's schedule, Jae-won's routines, his security gaps. She wrapped a bomb in a little girl's handwriting. And I'm the one who looks guilty. Hours pass. A doctor comes, checks my vitals, takes blood samples, says the drug in my system will clear in 24 hours. Then Jae-won enters. He's changed clothes, no longer tactical, back to the tailored suit, but his face is harder. Mrs. H. Wang is gone, vanished. Her car was found at the docks, wiped clean. He sits across from me. The Zhangs are moving her out of the country, probably already on a boat. My chest tightens, so she wins. No one wins. His voice is flat, but she gets to live for now. He pulls out a tablet, shows me a photo. It's me, unconscious, tied to a chair in that warehouse. The Zhangs sent this to 6 of my business partners, along with a message claiming you were my inside threat, that I eliminated you personally. He swipes to the next image. This is what they're planning to release tomorrow. It's a fabricated crime scene. My face, someone else's body, staged at his estate gate. My stomach drops. They're framing me even though I'm alive. They're creating a narrative, one that makes me look weak, compromised, vulnerable. He takes the tablet back. In my world, perception is survival. If people believe I can't protect my own house, I lose everything. He stands. I'm offering you a choice. I look up. Option 1, I relocate you. New identity, new coast. 6 months salary, you disappear. And the Zhangs will eventually find you. My throat goes dry. Option 2. His eyes don't blink. You help me destroy them. If you've ever had to choose between running from danger or walking straight into it for revenge, stay with me. Because what Yi-won offered me next wasn't just protection. It was the one thing I've wanted for 12 years. And accepting it meant I could never go back to being invisible again. Yi-won doesn't wait for my answer. He opens a drawer in the side table, pulls out a file, sets it in front of me. Your brother, Terrence Kingsley, Chicago, 12 years ago. My hands freeze. How do you? I know everything about the people in my house. I knew about Terrence the day I hired you. He taps the file. What you don't know is who killed him. I can't breathe. He opens the file. Shows me a photograph. A man, mid-50s, thick build, scarred hands. Viktor Petrov, Russian bomb specialist. He built the device that killed your brother. Yi-won's voice stays even. He was working for the Kozlov family then, testing new techniques. Your brother was collateral damage. Tears burn my eyes. Why are you telling me this? Because Viktor doesn't work for the Kozlovs anymore. He pulls out another photo. He works for the Zhangs. He built the bomb that was supposed to kill me and my daughter. The room tilts. Mrs. H. Wang hired him 6 months ago. He's been in Los Angeles the entire time. Consulting, training, building. Yi-won leans forward. He's the reason the bomb was so clean, so precise. I stare at the photo. The man who killed my brother is here, in this city. Where is he? That depends. Yi-won closes the file. Option 2 means you work for me. You learn, you train. You become part of my security apparatus. And when the time comes, I give you Viktor Petrov. My heart pounds. Why would you do that? Because you saved my daughter. Because I pay my debts. And because, his expression darkens, the Zhangs need to learn that attacking my family has consequences. He stands, adjusts his cuffs. You have 24 hours to decide. Choose option 1 and you leave tomorrow morning. Choose option 2 and you start training tomorrow night. He walks to the door, pauses. But understand this, Mariah. If you stay, you're not a maid anymore. You're a weapon. And weapons don't get to leave when the fight gets hard. The door closes. I'm alone with the file. With Viktor Petrov's face staring up at me. With 12 years of grief and rage and unanswered questions. I already know my answer. I don't sleep that night. I sit on the bed, staring at Viktor Petrov's photo, memorizing every line of his face. The scar on his knuckles, the dead look in his eyes, the hands that built the bomb that killed Terrence. By morning, I've made my choice. Min-jun comes for me at 8 a.m. He doesn't ask questions, just leads me to a different wing of the compound. Yi-won is waiting in a room that looks like a command center, screens on every wall, maps, surveillance feeds, files stacked on a metal table. He looks at me, reads my face. You're staying. It's not a question. I'm staying. He nods once, then we start now. The next 3 weeks are hell. They teach me how to notice things I've been trained my whole life to ignore. Exit points, blind spots, who's watching who, how long someone lingers, what questions they don't ask. Min-jun runs me through scenarios. A man approaches Yi-won at a restaurant. Do I move or wait? A delivery arrives early. Do I accept it or flag security? I fail most of them at first. But I learn. I learn that danger doesn't announce itself. It blends, it smiles, it uses timing and trust. I learn that Mrs. H. Wang wasn't an exception. She was the rule. Yi-won watches some of my training sessions, never speaks, just observes. On day 16, he finally pulls me aside. The Zhangs are hosting a charity gala next week. High profile, politicians, investors, press. He hands me a tablet. Viktor Petrov will be there. He's been contracted to consult on a new security system for their Lowe's Angels operations. My pulse spikes. You want me to go? I want you to see him, study him, learn his patterns. Yi-won's eyes are cold. You don't touch him, not yet, but you need to know what you're hunting. And if he recognizes me? He won't. You were 16 when your brother died. You're a different person now. He pauses. But you need to be ready for what happens when you're standing 3 feet away from the man who destroyed your family. I meet his gaze. I'm ready. He doesn't look convinced, but he nods anyway. The gala is at a downtown hotel. Marble floors, crystal chandeliers, people in designer clothes pretending they're not criminals. I'm dressed like I belong, black dress, minimal jewelry, hair pulled back. Minjun is my shadow, earpiece, concealed weapon. He briefed me in the car. You're a junior associate from a consulting firm. You're here to observe. You don't engage unless Petrov approaches first. Yi-won isn't here, too visible, but his people are everywhere. I walk through the ballroom, scanning faces. And then I see him. Viktor Petrov stands near the bar, talking to 2 men in suits. He's older than his photo, grayer, but the hands are the same. Those hands built the device that killed Terrence. My chest tightens, my breathing goes shallow. Minjun's voice crackles in my earpiece. Stay calm, don't approach. I force myself to breathe, to move naturally. Petrov laughs at something one of the men says. He sips his drink, relaxed, comfortable. He has no idea I exist. I position myself near a column, close enough to watch, far enough to stay invisible. For 20 minutes I study him, how he gestures, how he checks his phone, how his eyes scan the room every 90 seconds. He's careful, trained. Then something changes. A woman approaches him, mid-40s, sharp suit. She whispers something in his ear. His expression shifts. He sets down his drink, follows her toward a side exit. Minjun's voice, do not follow. But I'm already moving. I keep distance, stay behind other guests. They enter a service hallway. I wait 5 seconds, then slip through the door. The hallway is empty except for them. They're 20 feet ahead, talking in low voices. I press against the wall, strain to hear. The woman's voice. Timeline moved up. They want it ready by Friday. Petrov, that's not enough time. Make time. The target won't wait. My blood runs cold. They're planning another hit. Petrov stops walking, turns slightly. I freeze. For one terrible second, I think he sees me. But he just pulls out his phone, checks something, nods. They turn a corner. I exhale. Minjun's voice is sharp now. Exit, now. I retreat back into the ballroom. My hands are shaking. Because I just heard Viktor Petrov confirm he's building another bomb. And I have no idea who the target is. Yi-won listens to my report without interrupting. We're back at the compound. 2 a.m. I haven't slept. When I finish, he's quiet for a long time. Friday, that's 4 days. He pulls up security footage on his tablet. We need to know who the target is. Could it be you again? Possible, but the Zhangs just tried that. They don't repeat methods this quickly. He scrolls through images. It's someone else, someone big enough to need Petrov's expertise. Minjun enters, hands Yi-won a file. We tracked the woman Petrov met. Her name is Lin Zhao. She's the Zhang's operations coordinator for the Western region. Minjun's face is grim. She booked a private meeting room at the hotel for tomorrow night. Guest list is restricted. No names released. Yi-won's jaw tightens. That's where they'll finalize the target. He looks at me. You're going in. My stomach drops. How? Lin Zhao uses a catering company for all her private events. We own the company as of an hour ago. He slides a uniform across the table. You'll serve, you'll listen, you'll report back. I stare at the uniform. What if Petrov recognizes me? He won't. You'll stay behind the service line. Keep your head down. Yi-won leans forward. But if you hear the target's name, you signal Min-jun immediately. We don't wait. We don't verify. We move. And if something goes wrong? His expression doesn't change. Then you remember that you chose this. You chose to stop running. You chose to fight back. He stands. Fear is useful. It keeps you sharp, but hesitation will get you killed. The next day crawls by. I rehearse my role, practice carrying trays, learn the layout of the hotel's private wing. By evening, I'm dressed in the catering uniform. White shirt, black vest, hair tied back. Min-jun fits me with a tiny earpiece, nearly invisible. Stay calm, stay quiet. If you need extraction, say the word Houston. We'll pull you out in 30 seconds. I nod, but my hands won't stop shaking. Because tomorrow night, I'll be in the same room as Viktor Petrov, the man who killed my brother. And I have to stay silent. I have to serve him drinks and appetizers and pretend I don't know what his hands have built. I don't know if I can do that, but I don't have a choice anymore. The private meeting room is smaller than I expected. One long table, 8 chairs, dim lighting, no windows. I'm one of 3 servers. The other 2 are Yi-won's people. We don't acknowledge each other. The guests arrive at 7 p.m. Lin Zhao enters first, then 2 men I don't recognize, then Viktor Petrov. He's wearing a dark suit, clean-shaven. He looks like a banker, not a killer. I pour water, set down appetizers, keep my eyes down. They speak in English and Mandarin, switching between languages deliberately, making it harder to follow. But I catch fragments. Shipment arrives Thursday. Security will be minimal after the speech. Device needs to be undetectable. My pulse hammers. Lin Zhao pulls out a tablet, shows them a photograph. I can't see it from where I stand. One of the men nods. He'll be surrounded by press. Timing has to be exact. Petrov, I can build it into the podium mic, voice activated, 20-second delay. My breath catches. They're targeting someone at a public event, someone giving a speech. I move closer, pretending to refill glasses. Lin Zhao zooms in on the photo. And I see it. A man in his 60s, gray hair, sharp suit. I don't recognize him. But the man beside Lin Zhao does. He laughs. Senator Khalil won't know what hit him. My blood turns to ice. Senator David Khalil. He's been pushing anti-organized crime legislation for 2 years. He's holding a press conference Friday at the Civic Center. That's the target. I finish pouring, step back toward the service station. Min-jun's voice in my ear. Did you get it? I can't respond here. Too many eyes. I set down the pitcher, turn toward the door. Petrov's voice stops me. You. I freeze. He's looking directly at me. Come here. Every instinct screams to run. But I turn, walk toward him. He studies my face, tilts his head. Have we met before? My throat closes. Lin Zhao frowns. She's just catering staff. No, Petrov's eyes narrow. I know this face. He stands. And I realize he's about to remember where he's seen me. Because 12 years ago, I was at Terrence's funeral. And Viktor Petrov was watching from across the street, making sure his work was complete. I don't hesitate. I whisper one word into the earpiece. Houston. Petrov takes a step toward me. His eyes are locked on my face, processing, remembering. Chicago, 2014, you were at the funeral. Lin Zhao stands. What are you talking about? But Petrov doesn't answer her. He's staring at me like he's seen a ghost. You're the sister. The door behind me explodes inward. Min-jun and 3 others flood the room, guns drawn, shouting commands. Chaos erupts. Lin Zhao reaches for something inside her jacket. One of Yi-won's men tackles her to the ground. The 2 other guests raise their hands, smart. But Petrov runs. He bolts toward the service exit, fast for his age. I don't think. I chase him. Minjun shouts behind me, but I'm already through the door. The hallway is narrow. Petrov is 15 feet ahead. He slams through another door. I follow. We're in the kitchen now. Staff scatter, pots clatter. He grabs a knife off a counter, turns. I stop. We're 10 feet apart. He's breathing hard, so am I. You've been waiting 12 years for this, he says quietly. Yes. And now what? You kill me. You think that brings him back. My hands clench into fists. No, but it stops you from killing anyone else. He laughs, cold, bitter. There's always someone else. You think I'm the only one who builds these things. I'm just the best. Behind me, I hear footsteps. Minjun and the others are coming. Petrov hears them too. He drops the knife. Go ahead, let them take me. I'll be out in 6 months, I always am. Minjun enters, gun trained on Petrov. On the ground, now. Petrov kneels, hands behind his head, still smiling. See you soon, Mariah. They take him away. I stand in the kitchen, surrounded by overturned pots and scattered utensils. My whole body is shaking. Minjun approaches. You okay? I don't answer. Because I'm not okay. I just stopped a senator from being killed. I just confronted the man who murdered my brother. But Petrov's right. He'll be out eventually. And when he is, he'll come for me. Later that night, Yi-won finds me on the compound roof. He doesn't say anything, just hands me a folder. Inside is a plane ticket, a new identity, a bank account with 6 months' salary. Option 1, he says quietly. It's still available. I look at the ticket. Then I look at him. What's option 3? He almost smiles. Option 3 is you stay. You finish what you started. And you make sure Viktor Petrov never builds another bomb again. I close the folder. Hand it back to him. Then I guess I'm staying. If you've ever had to choose between running from your past or facing it head-on, if you've ever wondered what you'd do when revenge was finally within reach, drop a comment and tell me, would you have stayed or walked away? Because what happened after I made that choice? That's a story you won't believe. Subscribe now, you'll want to see how this ends.